Hey folks, it's James, and I'm excited to tell you about this new idea I call the Live Draw Along Workshop. Now, over the years, I've heard from so many of you through surveys, YouTube comments, and emails that you're excited about drawing on the iPad, but not sure where to start, or how to consistently apply what you learn, or how to actually use these skills in real billable design work. Well, this Live Draw Along Workshop is my answer to that problem. And it's different from anything I've offered before. It's not a self-paced course where you're left to figure it out alone, and it's not like my UCLA class where you may barely get a word in. Instead, it's a live, 5-week-long, once-a-week, hands-on workshop over Zoom with me and a group of like-minded designers. Together, we're going to dive into 5 real-world, game-changing workflows, one per week, each one distilled from years of working with the iPad professionally and not just lifted from the existing iPad for Architects course library. Every session is focused on a single essential workflow that you can put to work immediately in your own design projects. In week 1, you'll master the basics of Procreate, learning the essential tools and techniques we'll use throughout the rest of the courses. In week 2, we'll dive into what I call exterior hybrid design, importing photos of real buildings and designing directly over them, blending real-world imagery with digital drawing techniques to create compelling design presentations in a fraction of the time of either digital or hand drawing alone. Week 3 shifts the focus to hybrid interior renderings, where you'll start with photos of actual rooms, then layer in images of furniture, adjust color palettes, add rugs, set up lighting for interior renderings that are equally fast and fun. In fact, this is one of my UCLA students' favorite classes. In week 4, you'll learn to design and draft to scale in Procreate, something a lot of people are not aware Procreate can do, giving you the ability to produce proportionally accurate drawings that can be seamlessly exported for further development in 2D or 3D CAD, as you normally would at the end of concept design. And finally, in week 5, we'll explore how I combine Procreate and SketchUp in a seamless design workflow that taps your imagination in a deeper way, saves time, and results in a more human-centered and efficient design process. By the way, this live experience is also built to give you a running start with the entire iPad for Architects course library, which is included free as part of your workshop seat. You'll learn to think of the course library as the textbook underlying the course, where you can return over and over after the 5 live draw-alongs are done to go deeper on any of the skills and workflows introduced in the live sessions. After each weekly session, you'll be invited to join us for Saturday morning office hours, where you can ask questions and get personalized support. So this 2-step learning method is all about creating lasting progress. First, the live workshops get you actively practicing immediately valuable real-world techniques, helping you break through and build momentum in each session. Then the guided practice suggested at the end of each week gives you a clear path to keep developing on your own, gently leading you into the deeper library of tools and resources you might otherwise miss in a self-guided course. With this approach, you benefit from the support and energy of the live sessions while building the habits, confidence, and depth that come from mastering each step at your own pace, long after the workshop ends. The practical, actionable workflows we cover in the 5 weekly sessions aren't just ideas. They're real skills you'll use right away, whether you're sketching concepts for a client meeting tomorrow or honing your rendering workflow to win your next project. In just these 5 weeknight sessions, plus the 5 optional Saturday office hours, you'll see how to draw faster, present your designs more vividly, and make those drawing skills you are so rightfully proud of relevant again in this digital office environment we all work in now. Even better, you'll be learning with others like you, facing the same challenges, sharing your wins, and building confidence together. If you can't join a session, don't worry. Every session will be recorded so you can catch up at your convenience or come back to revisit them anytime. Again, these live workshop sessions are deeply connected to my entire course library, and they will give you a running start and the confidence to pick up any course at any time in the future. You're not just getting a taste, you're unlocking lifetime access to all of these courses, and each one stands on its own. From the Procreate Accelerator, to the Procreate for Residential Design course, to the SketchUp for iPad course, to the Procreate for Rendering course, and as a bonus, I'm going to throw in the Morpholio Trace Accelerator. In fact, those 4 Procreate and SketchUp for iPad courses can also be taken in sequence in a guided and structured path I call the Concept Design Workshop. It's a step-by-step process for designing a project, from image boards to scheme diagrams to drafted plans, sections, and elevations, to a 3D model that we build in SketchUp for iPad, and finally finished hand renderings made in Procreate. And every guided practice assignment is carefully selected to connect what we do live to the rich resources waiting for you inside this library. So your learning doesn't stop when the workshop ends. Whether you're just starting with iPad drawing or looking to sharpen your professional toolkit, I think you're going to be amazed at how quickly you level up once you start learning with the support of others in this guided draw-along approach. So if you've been stuck or circling the same old habits, this workshop is designed to break that cycle by giving you live, structured connection to a like-minded cohort and the practical skills to move your work forward. And of course, there's zero risk. If you join and find it isn't for you, just let me know before the second weekly session begins, and I'll refund your entire purchase, no questions asked. And you can ask any of the many people who I've already done that for. This is your invitation to join the workshop and see if everything I've said isn't true. I really hope to see you in class. Let's do this.